So the Battlefield 2042 beta launched today, and I want you to tell me right now, can you tell that the build of this game is a few months old?
Oh, fuck this game!
But hey guys, and welcome. In this video, we're going to go over the good, the bad, and the ugly around the Battlefield 2042 beta, and go over things such as things that I'm enjoying, things that I'm not enjoying, and things that are just straight up broken. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the Battlefield 2042 beta, and of course drop a like on today's video. It will help a lot with the video get out there, and basically give this information to as many people as possible, because trust me, they need to know about this. Now this video will be broken up into 3 parts: the good, the bad, and the things that are just straight up broken. But also I wanted to go over and discuss around the different platforms this game is currently operating on. Obviously we've got the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, and also the X and below, and we've also got PC. I want you guys to remember back a couple of months ago now, Battlefield 2042 had a playtest, which was essentially a preview of the game that was given to a very select amount of people. They had to sign an NDA in order to play the game. They couldn't share any gameplay, any details about it, and it was completely secretive. However, in that playtest, and as we've said multiple times now, there was an issue with the PlayStation 5 version of that game whereby it had to be completely removed from the playtest because it was just unplayable for the players. Now, obviously, the PlayStation 5 version has been fixed and is back in this game and is now playable as the beta. They probably should have left it out because it is unplayable. Bro, I've played the beta on the PlayStation 5 this morning for, I would probably say, 3 to 4 hours now. It's absolutely ridiculous how bad the version on the PlayStation 5 is. I've only just jumped across to the Xbox Series X to see if that's as bad, to see if it is actually the servers or if it is actually the beta on the other platform. It's buttery smooth. The Xbox Series X version and the PC versions run so well. There are no issues, no problems with lag. There are no issues with high intensity gunfights, nothing. PlayStation 5 version needs a lot of work, and to be honest, it's unplayable for a lot of people that are trying to play it. In the background, there's going to be a lot of things showing of how laggy the game is when spawning in, when dying and redeploying, when entering vehicles, when in gunfights, when trying to put equipment down, when reviving people. Everything is just completely broken with the version of the PlayStation 5. I don't know why. I really hope they get that sorted before launch, but I wanted to just let you guys know, and I wanted to show you guys this is where my opinions are coming from. Majority of the issues that we're going to be talking about in this video are from the PlayStation 5 version of the game, and then obviously a lot of other ones will tie into different consoles and platforms as well. But I wanted to make that clear for the start of the video because a lot of people may not have experienced these same issues that I have, but I want to put them out there, give feedback, and basically let the team know that this is exactly what's happening. So going on to the good things about the game that I've found that are actually really cool. First one is the way the game looks. The game looks absolutely gorgeous. It really does, especially on the Series X. When I jumped on that and played that, bro, the graphics are night and day different over the PlayStation 5, and I'm not sure about PC, but I'm sure the Ultra on PC would look absolutely stunning as well. I think the game itself, the detail around the map and the games as well, with like the weather effects on the weapons, on the actual players' hands and armor and equipment and things like that, it just looks really cool. It just looks really cool. I think it's been really well fine-tuned. I think it looks really next gen, which is exactly what we wanted. I mean, I've seen a screenshot of even on previous gen consoles, and to be honest, it didn't look too bad at all. It looked pretty good, to be quite honest with you guys. And again, the gameplay itself I thought was actually okay. I mean, despite not really being able to play it much in terms of playing it fluidly on the PlayStation 5, when I jumped onto the Series X and had a couple of goes, a couple of matches, it actually ran pretty well, and the gameplay felt quite smooth, quite fluid, and I experienced much better gunfights on the Series X. So for me, overall, when playing on the two consoles and comparing them to the two, obviously the Series X is better, but in terms of actual fluidity and what the game should feel like, I think the Series X does it justice, and I think that the game does play quite well with the new movement features that are in place. So the sliding mechanics, it's kind of a mix between Battlefield 5 and Warzone, the sliding mechanics. I like this tac sprint also making an appearance in Battlefield 2042 as well, which has been blatantly ripped from Warzone. However, tactical sprint in Battlefield 2042 is actually unlimited as well, so you don't have a cooldown of that. So, and again, gunfights can be quite good when the servers aren't lagging, then there's no delay or there's no latency in between gunshots. It can be quite good, and it can be quite rewarding to get that kill in a 1v1 as well, because you're rewarding accuracy over anything else really. So again, I was quite impressed there. However, that's basically it. That's all of the good things I can take out of the beta so far. Whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, for me, it's not necessarily a positive thing to be able to only take out 3 or 4 points from good things from the beta. I know that this is a couple of months old, the build of the game that we're currently playing, but I don't know, man. Me playing the PlayStation 5 version and having that experience has really put a bit of a damper on my overall opinions of the beta itself. But again, I'm going to have to put more time into the Xbox or the PC version to really give my full thoughts, but for now, these are raw opinions after just playing 4 or 5 hours of the game on those 2 consoles. So the first thing, this doesn't feel like a beta. It does not feel like a beta at all, especially on the PlayStation 5 version. This does not feel optimized. It does not feel like a beta. Even on the Series X, I presume, or PC, I presume there are going to be bits where you are going to be lagging, and there are going to be bits that are unoptimized. But on the PlayStation 5 version, this does not feel like a beta. This feels like a game that is still in alpha and really does need some optimization work from the team. So I'm sure that we're aware of this, but I don't know why they wouldn't tell us this before the beta comes out. Using this as an example, when Halo Infinite's flight first came out, they told us there was an optimization issue on the PC in terms of frame rate, so there will be frame drops and will be issues with stuttering and stuff like that, and that the Xbox will be an overall better experience. They told us that. They didn't say nothing about the PlayStation 5 being as unplayable as it is for the beta, and for me, that's a big breakthrough that they really should have let us know, to be honest. The hit detection in the game, again, is terrible. I'm shooting people blatantly in the face or the chest, and it's rather not detecting, it's not hitting, or it's just the server's lagging so much that it's not actually working. So again, that needs a lot of work, but I'm hoping that when the server issues or any issues with the servers or the PlayStation 5 version of the game are resolved and mitigated, then we may get a better hit detection for these weapons and things like that. Even the weapons that were single firing, I was struggling to actually hit shots when they were blatantly hitting them in the chest or the shoulders. So again, very, very concerning about that for now, considering this is a beta. But again, they have delayed the game an extra month to essentially try and iron out some of these issues. So I'm pretty confident that they'll get it sorted. Vehicle play feels odd. It doesn't feel that good. I mean, again, maybe it was because on the PlayStation 5 version, but again, the turrets and the weapons, they literally do nothing. They're absolute pea shooters. I'm an Osprey gunner absolutely gunning down on someone on a building. I'm expecting that to absolutely obliterate that person, but it seems to just go over them, and it doesn't affect them, doesn't hit them, nothing. So again, turrets and things like that need work, especially grenade launchers, rockets and things like that on the side of helicopters, tanks, Jeeps, stuff like that. They need a lot of work. They need buffing, I think, because they're just not good enough at the moment. In terms of jets, helicopters, things like that, I've driven them a couple of times, and for me, they're okay. They're not amazing. Maybe that's just because I'm not amazing in them. Where someone that's absolutely sick in a jet or something like that will probably have a whale of a time doing it, but for me, it felt off. It didn't feel like as smooth as Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5. Again, maybe it's down to server performance, but again, at this stage, it's a beta. The build of the game is a couple months old, so again, it could just be that it needs a bit more fine-tuning, but for me, that did feel off as well. There's a matchmaking cooldown after every time you play a match as well for 30 seconds. For me, I don't understand why that's the case. Maybe that's to limit the amount of people that go straight back into a game for server health or optimization on the servers. I really don't know why that's there, but move it. I don't know why you've got a cooldown for 30 seconds after you've just finished a game and you want to jump straight back into the action. They're stopping you from going into a game for 30 seconds. I don't know why that's the case, but I think it needs to be removed. No one fucking revives you in this game. One of my biggest pet hates in this game. You do not get revived by teammates. There's been countless times where I've been lying in front of teammates and I've had 6 or 7 teammates run past me and not even look at me. For me, there needs to be more of an incentive to revive teammates. There needs to be a reason to do it, to be honest, because if I see someone there with a little marker above their name or something like that to say that they need to be revived, I'm going to try and revive them if they're near me or if I'm going in that direction. However, everyone else doesn't think like that, and for me, that really does my head in, especially when I'm going into an area where I know that I'm potentially going to get down, but I've got 4 or 5 teammates with me, so that if I do go down, I can get revived, get my health back, and get back into the action. It doesn't seem to happen in Battlefield 2042, and I don't know if that's down to just the players I'm playing with, and that they're not interested, or if that's not their priority to try and pick up that objective, revive teammates, and just overload the objective. Teammates just don't revive you. There needs to be more of an incentive for teammates to revive you, and I think the team needs to work on that. Whether it's higher XP rewards, whether it's actually like a ribbon you get or something like that towards every other revive, which gives you extra XP. I don't know. Think of an incentive though, because no one revives you in this game. You run out of ammo so quickly. No matter what weapon you're using, ammo is so limited, and I don't really get why. And especially for a game like Battlefield on Conquest, for 128 players in a game, why do I have 24 bullets in a mag and then 64 bullets in my other mags? I'm literally going to run out in 1 or 2 gunfights, and it's so irritating. Ammo does drop on the floor. When you kill an enemy, they do drop their ammo and you can pick it up, but you only pick up a magazine with around 10 bullets in, so you've got to loot like 6 or 7 people to regain your ammo completely. For me, it makes no sense. Really irritating, but again, that needs to be fixed as well. Maybe increase the ammo that you scavenge off the ground, maybe even give you more starting ammo. I know you can use a gadget to actually give you more ammo, throw an ammo box down. I don't know, I just don't think the trade-off is really that good, to be honest. And I feel like if they were to give you just more ammo in general, you'd be a lot happier. You wouldn't notice it as much. But again, when you do need the ammo, of course you can think about maybe changing it out for an ammo box. But yeah, the ammo was a really big problem for me, and I really hope that they do buff that. Now moving on to the things that are just broken. Lag, constant lag. All the time, lag. Spawning in, lag. Gunfights, lag. When running, lag. Everything is laggy. I don't know what else to say. I feel like all of these issues are mainly on the PlayStation 5 version. But it really does outline how unoptimized this console is and the version of this game. Whether it's because the Xbox Series X is a little bit more powerful than the PlayStation 5, so it handles it better, I don't know. This is a current gen console that's meant to be one of the most powerful consoles in existence. You've probably seen in the gameplay in the background on the screen right now that, bro, this game is honestly fully broken. It does not work properly. They need to really sort this out because lag is everywhere, and my biggest problem is if the game wasn't ready on PlayStation 5, it shouldn't have been launched on PlayStation 5. I know they would have really put a sour taste in people's mouths if the Xbox and the PC only got this game, but bro, it's really damaging people's thoughts on on their perspectives of this game because of how badly optimized the PlayStation 5 version is. And to be honest, if it wasn't ready, it shouldn't have been launched. It should have been delayed. Maybe the beta should have been delayed and then launched them all at once when they were ready. I don't know. Did anyone actually playtest this on the PlayStation 5 version? I really don't know, but again, the playtest was removed a couple of months ago because it was broken. They've obviously not fully fixed it. They've still released it anyway, so again, they need to sort it out for the full release, because if not, it's going to cause an uproar. The settings menu, it doesn't fucking work. It's fully broken. On the PlayStation 5, I use L1 and R1 to shoot, not L2 and R2. I can't change that. There's no option to custom change my controllers. There's no option to do anything like that. Vibration, I can't turn the fucking thing off. It's constantly on, and it's really doing my head in. The settings menu is it's just overcomplicated. There's too many menus. There's too many things I can change. There's too much going on in my mind, but I'm trying to change my fucking sensitivity. I don't know why it's so complicated. They need to really try and make it more user-friendly, because I don't understand half the thing that's in the menu, and things are scattered in sub-menus all across the menus, and bro, it's just so complicated. There's too many menus. I don't know what to do. Not to mention, when I'm trying to actually remap different buttons, it doesn't work. So bro, I don't know. They need to change the menus, man, because they don't work and they're not very good. Do you want to battle in a really high intensity gunfight, get many kills, go and try and spawn trap them on a flag, try and make sure they're not going to leave the flag, take the flag and be victorious? Well, you best go play Call of Duty or Battlefield 5, because you just can't fucking do it on the PlayStation 5 version of this game. It does not let you. You will lag into the heavens. I'm telling you. If you don't lag, you just won't be able to play the game. So yeah, as I said, the clips in the background, you'll see it is fully broken. Yeah, there's just no chance of rushing into gunfights and trying to take on a flag on your own. If I was on a really smooth version of the game, like the Series X that I've played, the last couple of games I've played, if I'm on a Series X in that situation, maybe you would have a better chance. But if you're on a PlayStation 5, oh, just go and play Battlefield 5 or play Call of Duty, because you're not going to be able to do it. As I said, that was my review, or the good things, the bad things, and the ugly things. Around 5 hours of playtime, and yeah, it has been a bit of a painful session for me on the PlayStation 5, but ever since turning over to the Xbox, it has, of course, been quite good. But I'm lucky enough to have both consoles. If I just had the PlayStation 5, what would my thoughts really be? Do you know what I mean? Like, for people that have two consoles, that have the luxury of switching just between one because the other one is broken, then great. That's great. Do that if you can. But if you can't do that, then you are stuck with this broken game, and I think that's unfair on the player, especially because the game's been delayed. Of course, we know the game isn't finished. We know that there's going to be problems, and I said in a video yesterday that we should expect issues with this game, because again, it was delayed, and there's always server issues or issues with the game when a beta does launch. The main key things to take out of this doesn't feel like a beta. This feels like a version of the game which again is a couple of months old, but I feel like this is just a couple of tweaks away from being an alpha. Like, it does not feel like a beta, especially on the PlayStation. This game as well, it lags to the heavens. It needs to be sorted, whether that's a server issue, whether that's optimization on the PlayStation side. I really don't know, but whatever it is, it needs to be fixed for launch, because if it is not fixed for launch, they're going to have an angry mob of people going over to DICE and demanding their money back because it's not in a good state. Guys, let me know down below in the comments what you think of these points. Again, I'm going to reiterate, I played the PlayStation 5 version, it was broken all morning, so again, I'm going to be a little bit more negative than what I was. But again, for Xbox Series X, it did run quite well. I've not played the PC version yet, so let me know if you've played it and let me know what it runs like. But from what I've seen, it does run pretty damn well. But anyway, guys, hope you have enjoyed today's video. Drop a like if you have. Let me know your thoughts on opinions below on the Battlefield 2042 beta. And yeah, we'll see you all in the next one.